Hey guys, gizmoddict here, and today we are reviewing the Asus Zenfone Max Pro again. So if you guys have been a long time subscriber of this channel, you know that I've reviewed this phone 3 months ago. But then since then a lot of things have changed on this phone. Namely, the 6GB variant is out now, the phone is on an open sale, and the phone has received a lot of software updates as well. In fact, some of the major issues that made me not recommend this phone have actually been resolved by Asus now with the help of updates. So this phone definitely deserves a second look, and if you guys would like to see my original review, then I'll put a link here in the I button and the link would be in the description box as well. You can go watch that because in that video I was reviewing the 3GB variant. And I'll also be making this review in Hindi as well, so if you guys would like to watch the video in Hindi, the link is once again in the video's description. So this time around I'm reviewing the 6GB variant. Like I said the last time I had made the review on the 3GB variant, but then a lot of things that I say applies to the 3, 4 and 6, that is all of the variants of this phone. Unlike a traditional review, this time I've decided that I'll break this video down into a set of problems that I had with the Asus Zenfone Max Pro and how they have been resolved by Asus with the help of updates. So let's start off with the first one, which was the display on the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. So as you all know, the Zenfone Max Pro does not get Gorilla Glass, and my original 3GB variant actually got scratched because I didn't use any tempered glass or anything on that. So yeah, the Gorilla Glass is not present on this phone and the display gets scratched very easily, so you should definitely use a tempered glass on your phone. I couldn't find any tempered glass in my last video, so now I've found it and I've been using a tempered glass from my friends over at Glazed. So I've actually made a dedicated video about this glass. It costs about 315 rupees and I think it's the best tempered glass for the Zenfone Max Pro. I've been using it for over a month now and my phone has been doing great. So yeah, definitely get a tempered glass for your Asus Zenfone Max Pro. The links to buy the glass would be in the video's description. The second issue that I faced with the Asus Zenfone Max Pro was the multi-touch issue. So if you used to play games like PUBG or anything like that on this phone, you had this multi-touch issues and the touch input didn't get registered properly. But then with the help of software update, Asus has completely fixed this issue now and there are no multi-touch issues on the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. You can easily play all of the games and there are no issues with it. I've personally tested it out and I haven't really faced any issues regarding the touchscreen on the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. This was really needed because it was very annoying with the multi-touch issue and I'm happy that Asus has fixed it now. So the next time you don't get a chicken dinner in PUBG, don't blame your phone, it's probably your PUBG skills. The third problem was a major one, which was the camera. If you guys don't know, I made a video about Google Camera on this phone showing how bad the stock camera app was and you could click much better quality photos from Google Camera. But the issue was that you had to unlock the bootloader and root the phone, which was difficult because it would affect the warranty as well. That video went pretty viral and things have changed a lot after it. Asus themselves have improved the camera, especially the front facing camera in the stock app, but then the biggest change is now that you can use Google Camera without unlocking or rooting the phone. You just have to enable it with a command and that's about it. You will still get OTA updates, your warranty would be valid, and even after OTA updates the camera to API stays enabled. I have a step-by-step guide for it. It only takes 10 to 15 minutes and it works on all of the variants, either the 3, 4 or 6GB variant. So you should definitely try this out if you have the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. So do watch that video and install Google Camera because the photos improve by a huge margin. So great job Asus, because this definitely puts the camera of the Asus Zenfone Max Pro above the Redmi Note 5 Pro, because Google Camera cannot work on the Note 5 Pro unless you unlock the bootloader and enable camera to API. So yeah, good job Asus. The Nokia 6.1 is slightly better with Google Camera, but still I'm really happy with how the camera is on the Asus Zenfone Max Pro after you enable Google Camera. So yeah, if you're concerned about the cameras on the Asus Zenfone Max Pro, don't worry about it, the phone does really well. The fourth and the final issue that I had with the Asus Zenfone Max Pro is that the audio via Bluetooth was not that great, especially the call quality was really bad as compared to other phones in the segment. But then now the issue is fixed and I've used it with my Bluetooth earphones, I've used it in my car and there have been no issues with Bluetooth on the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. Even the audio via headphone jack is really good. I read a couple of comments where people were complaining about it, but then I think it's pretty good. It's on par with the Redmi Note 5 Pro and some other devices in the same price segment. So yeah, audio via the headphone jack or even the audio from the Bluetooth is very good and I have no issues with it now. Talking about the face unlock and the fingerprint sensor, Asus has improved the responsiveness of the fingerprint sensor. I, along with a lot of other people, felt that the fingerprint sensor on the Zenfone Max Pro was slower as compared to phones like the Redmi Note 5 Pro. But then with the last update, Asus has completely fixed it and I honestly have no issues with the fingerprint sensor of the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. The face unlock works as well, but then it's not that great, it's not very fast, but then it still works and you can use it if you want to. But I honestly preferred using the fingerprint sensor on this phone. So yeah, the major issues that I had with the Asus Zenfone Max Pro that made me not recommend this phone have been sorted out by Asus, and personally I think that the 3 and the 4GB variants are real value for money devices in the market. You should definitely consider them if you are buying a phone around the 11 to 14,000 price bracket. Talking about some other things, I'm not a fan of the display on this phone. It's a bit yellowish if you compare it to other devices. The Nokia 6.1 Plus for that matter has a much better and vibrant display. The software experience has been smooth throughout. Stock Android works great. It's smooth, it's snappy, and it's very fluid. I don't have any complaints here, but then I do wish that Asus pushes the Android Pie update very soon. I mean, the custom ROMs are already out there for the Android Pie, so if they really want to compete and win in this segment, this is where they can, because I'm very sure the Nokia 6.1 Plus will get the update very soon. The network reception on this phone has been great as well. I've read some comments where people are asking me about it, and personally I have not faced any issues with it. Dual VoLTE works properly on it. The battery life has also been great. I could easily cross 6 to 6.5 hours of screen on time with heavy usage, but then there is actually a room for improvement here. I almost got the same or a bit lesser battery life on the Redmi Note 5 Pro, and that phone has 4000 mAh of battery. The Max Pro has 5000 mAh, so maybe Asus can optimize the software a bit more and make this better. But still, it can easily get you through more than a day without any issues. The charging time is still at least 2.5 hours on this phone, so it's better to charge it overnight. So overall, I think that the Asus Zenfone Max Pro currently is the most value for money device if you're planning to buy a phone in the 11 to 15,000 price bracket. It's got the Snapdragon 636, which has already proven its performance. The camera is really great after you enable Google Camera. The phone has a very nice metallic build that feels nice and premium. You've got 5000 mAh of battery, and this is one of the only phones in this price range that supports the L1 security level, so that you can watch apps like Netflix in HD resolutions. So yeah, the Asus Zenfone Max Pro makes a lot of sense, especially if you're considering the 3 or the 4GB variants, and this is currently my favorite device under 15,000 rupees as compared to the Redmi Note 5 Pro. So yeah, great job Asus, because after the updates you've made the phone really good. The 6GB variant at 15,000 rupees is also very good, but then you've got the Nokia 6.1 Plus at 16,000 rupees as well, so a lot of people would consider that phone too. In fact, my review of the Nokia 6.1 Plus is coming really soon, so make sure that you're subscribed for that. As of now, I'm done with my review of the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. If you guys have any more questions, then please let me know in the comments. I've made ton of videos about this phone, so all of those would be linked in the video's description. As always, if you liked this video, then please hit the like button. If you're new here, then definitely press the red subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on my new videos. You can also follow Gizmoddict on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages for some behind the scenes content. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in our notifications really soon. Bye.